Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope that everyone had a great Mother's Day, whereas some of us, unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. There's a suspect in murder of nurse Patricia Wilson linked to a woman who disappeared in 2011. The man accused of kidnapping and exiting a Detroit nurse on Saturday, who is believed to have been dating, is also linked to another missing woman from more than a decade ago. Jameer Miller, 36, was arrested on Monday in connection to the unaliving of 29-year-old Patrice Wilson, who was kidnapped out of Detroit Receiving Hospital after her shift was over. She was later found unalive in the trunk of her own car. Wilson was walking to her car after ending her shift at the hospital when she was taken against her will. The suspect in the kidnapping was wearing a blonde wig when he came up from behind and forced her to get into the car before speeding away. Her body was found unalive inside her vehicle at a Novi apartment later on Saturday. Her family had feared the worst when they learned news of the abduction. Wilson's family said Miller was a previous boyfriend of Wilson's. "It's a lot to stomach," her uncle Keith Green said. Bianca and Miller dated and have a child together, Jameer Jr., but she was last seen in 2011. When she disappeared, James Sr. sat at a Crime Stoppers press conference holding Jameer Jr. Oh, he did everything he was supposed to be. So suppose what he had supposed thought he was. He's helped shedding tears, leading the campaigns, the balloon release. He was there for all of it. When the news of him being a suspect was released, it hit different for the family of Bianca Green, a 24-year-old nursing student who went missing in 2011. "It's a lot to stomach," her uncle Keith Green said. Bianca and Miller dated and have had a child together, Jameer Jr., but she was last seen in 2011. When she disappeared, James Sr. sat at the Crime Stoppers press conferences holding Jameer Jr. "We all never gave up hope that we would one day be able to try to give Jameer. We were trying to give Jameer the benefit of the doubt," Keith said. Now remember, Keith is the father to the lady that was abducted 11 years ago. Now that Jameer is accused of unaliving Wilson, who was kidnapped and later found unalived in the trunk of her own car in November, Bianca's family is questioning everything. After all, Keith said they always suspected foul play. She would have never left Jameer Jr. That was her Velcro. She would have never left her son behind, Keith said. Miller has a long criminal history for gun charges, plus assault, drunk driving, and eluding police crimes. Wow. Jameer was questioned but never charged in the Bianca's disappearance. Romulus police led that case and did not respond. We really were trying to give our grandson's father the benefit of the doubt because you just didn't want to think otherwise. And that was 12 years ago. Now that Jamir is accused of killing Wilson, who was kidnapped and later found unalive in her trunk of her car in November. Right. Okay. I'll save that for a little while later. She would have never left Jamar Jr. That was her Velcro. She would never leave her son, Keith said. Miller has a strong criminal history for gun charges, plus assault, and then drunk driving and eluding the police crimes. Jamir was questioned but not charged. Now, Jamir was questioned but never charged in Bianca's disappearance. Romulus police led that investigation and did not respond to any our calls to see if it would get it, for answering, get a kind of like an interview, so to say. Detroit police James White said they're working with the Rotulus police to compare notes on their investigation. Well, I wonder what are they comparing? He never got charged in the first lady's charges. Ladies, please check your man through and through and through before putting a seal on it and calling it a relationship. I'm seeing this more and more. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and get down in those comments and give me what your thoughts are. And I will see you here again.